Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Happy Halloweens. I'm seeing if I think everything works now, except for Facebook. Very nice, very nice. Hello, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you guys like my costume. All right, let's see if this one is working or not. So China is hating Halloween again this year for some reason. And I think it's hilarious because every year like they seem to be offended by the most benign thing. Like somebody dressed as Doraemon is getting uh taken away. So let me show you the stuff here. And this is ready. Make China great again. Yeah. You gotta make China great again. I wonder if my little who I haven't worn this for a whole year actually. We moved and then I realized today was Halloween. I'm like, we gotta do a live stream on Halloween wearing this costume. So that's how I wear. That's how we're here. Kind of weird why Facebook is not working. Not so sure why. Is it I'm using the right codec. So and it was working yesterday, but I don't know why it's not working today. Start. See if it works. I bought this on Amazon actually. I think it's made in China, which is the funny thing. You're unbelievable. Sorry I got that song in my head. Yeah, I'm not so sure why. Twitch is working, Facebook is working, but not Facebook. Oh dude, it's extremely hot. Chat, I'm sweating right now. Like the the room, like the thermostat is set at 73 or 72 or 73 and I'm extremely hot. This thing is like a full like I don't know if I can show you, but it's pretty thin, but it's like made of those material that you find in like I don't know what you would even get, like you know those half zips like you can find it, I don't know, like Patagonia or Colombia. It's like that material. Um Not real wool or anything like that. But the fabric is really hot and it's kind of weird looking. I got my headphones on. All right, let's talk about Halloween, shall we? So Halloween this year in China is also like every pretty much since 2022, like when the whole zero COVID thing, like when the lockdowns happened, like in big cities in China, they've tried to put on some level of silent protest in demonstration type of thing with costumes. And this year, um, they took away like these people that they take away are usually just in some really like not even full costume, but he wore a ski mask like a pretending to be like a thief, and then he got taken away. That's just one of them. um Here's a cop taking away a milk carton. I mean, you can still go outside right now and have like regular costume, like if you did like if you're like a cowboy, you're a nurse, you're a teacher, like those, a lawyer, or I don't know why anyone would be a lawyer, but if you're doing any of those, that's fine. But if you're doing anything mildly offensive, obviously you're not. You mean you're in Suna while being live? Yeah, I'm getting a sweaty sauna session. I'm doing good. How are you? What do you mean Xi Jinping costume? I'm in a very non-political, very kid-friendly TV show called Winnie the Pooh. Wait, What is the name of that show called? It's not called Winnie the Pooh. It's called. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is called the Winnie the Pooh. Okay. So that's just one of them, and then some people dressed and cosplayed as hiring agencies and websites and apps that you can go to apply for jobs. Just the fact that the Chinese job market is so hard for young people, and this is what they decided to drag. It's kind of interesting because a lot of them take this opportunity to express their frustration with the current state of society, and I think it's very telling. So that your young people are dressing up as like hiring apps or job apps. Like if somebody dressed as Indeed or LinkedIn, that kind of thing. Some of them also dressed as says boss here, but it basically means direct hire, boss direct hire. Again, it has to do with jobs. So basically, here you got the lady with the envelope that says the job offer down here, and then this is the B side, or this is the, I guess you would call it the alpha and the beta side, beta literally, but the B side would be like your employee, and then the alpha side would be like your A side would be your employer. So basically, once you get a job hiring offer, the next day you become a slave to the company. So there's a lot of these boss direct lies cosplays. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like whenever they do Halloween now, a lot of it is just political stuff. Like if you dressed up as Trump or Biden, it's whatever. It's funny. Hey, you dress like me. I am Winnie. You Malone case. I'm gonna do a separate live stream for that. There's some new stuff that came out, so I think I'm gonna dedicate a separate live stream for it. You look like the CCP man. You mean I look like a yellow bear? That's what you mean? Yellow bear? That's what you mean? Well, I am the embodiment of the perfect body shape. So that was the one that people got taken away. Pretty much, if you go around at different public venues, there are security guards that come and start to ask you questions, and they check your IDs and all those things. Here's one where I believe they try to go into a club of some sort. Is that what it is? A club or oh, Paramount. What is that? Paramount on Yuanyan Road. Let me see. Gate of 100 Pleasures was the most prestigious ballroom dance hall. So it's a nightclub. Okay, so this is a nightclub. So they try to go into the nightclub. There's police set up there to question them. Why are you even here? There's still people dressed up as like the COVID white garb guards, the people that give you the COVID test in your mouth swabs. There's still people dressed up as that. I think the issue with the whole COVID-19 has haunted a lot of people in China. Will China ever be free from the CCP? I hope so. There's also, so at the subway station, if you want to go and take the subway, they make you go to this area where you have to take off your makeup before you can be allowed to go on. So this guy here, he's told to take off his makeup. There's some girls here being told to take off their makeup. And if you, yeah, like if you got all fancy for your Halloween costume, you're supposed to take it off here. There's just different people having to take off their makeup. Now, obviously, they cite it for security reason, but I think they actually just don't want you to be so into this holiday, because the Halloween thing, it's like a foreign holiday, so the government already kind of don't like it, and then you have people that dress up as you know something like this. It's just a little uh sheeps with the costume and their blackface makeup, but it's like they're dressed up as sheeps. And they got taken away too. Mao Xin used left nose. Is that Mao Xin used left nose? I can't see the full thing. Hold up, let me see. But thank you for the $2. CCP hates fun of any kind. Yeah, dude, you can't have fun. If you have fun, you're really giving all of the pleasures of the world and not enough attention on the government. There's also a bunch of these other ones. So this one reads pure milk and pure horse. So horse and or I guess you would read it also as pure breed ox and horses. So ox is obviously used for, you know, like the farming, dragging like an ox cart, and horses are used for dragging things as well. So it's a term, workhorse and work ox, for describing the Chinese people who basically work their entire life. And we have this one here, says it's basically cosplaying stressed out kids who have to compete in China, this hyper competitive environment that they have to compete in. So it reads, this is a middle school test book. 5 years of middle school exams, 3 years of I guess they're like practical exams or practice exams for that middle school exam. So, because in China, even going to middle schools, if you want to get into a good middle school, you have to take tests to get into those schools. And then to get into a good high school, you also have to take tests. So your entire life as a Chinese student is just taking tests. Oh, people are like, this is what it looks like. No, but I think that's from a few years ago. Another one here says, you know, this guy also here reads pure workhorse and ox, and here it reads received. So just cosplaying an average worker in China. And then this is a internal meme. I wonder what Victor Gao dresses up for Halloween. A steaming turd, probably. There isn't a real childhood. I mean, I didn't really study much, but I left when I was in grade 5. But you start to study like seriously when you're in grade 3. You're assigned a bunch of homework. Like every night I had to do a booklet of them. See if I can find a photo of it. See if I can find some like. Yeah, you would have something like this. So this is what basically, like, you obviously get this in America too, but we had one of these things where inside is just all practice, something like this. And then you just write out your, you know, your poetry. Oh, like this, your characters, and you have to. So the teachers would assign something like 50 times, right? 50 times per word. So the same character that you would write in Chinese, you write it 50 times. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you would do 5 lines of that, and then underneath you write the pinyin, which is like the, you know, the alphabetical version. Then you do that 5 times, and then you do that, you know, if the teacher got mad at you for the day, that's what they would assign. But if the teacher was being nice, maybe you'll do half of that. And then during the summer in China, so during the summer breaks, you get a summer you get a summer workbook. So in the summer workbook, you essentially have enough stuff to write for one subject, enough to write for like a month or two. But most kids, you know, they spend like a week or so and rush to finish everything so that they can have fun for the rest of the summer. But for us, it's just, so this is one subject. This is language arts. And then you would have like math, you would have English, you would have sciences as well. And you have this every summer, and every winter you have the winter booklet. Winter obviously much shorter, so you don't have as big of a booklet, but in the summer it's pretty crazy. Is that my supreme leader? Yes, I am your supreme leader, Mr. Super Sandwich or Miss Super Sandwich. Thanks for the donation. Since you left China, did you learn traditional characters? I do. I read and I read more in traditional Chinese now than I do before. So my dad was the who like he basically forced me to write in traditional characters after I left China, because that's like really the real Chinese characters, right? So now I can read things in like Cantonese, like Hong Kong writings or Taiwanese writings, and it wouldn't be a problem. But before, I could only read in traditional Chinese. Yeah, there's summer homework. Yeah. Chat. The thing with Halloween is if you dressed up as anything. Okay, like question here: how would this be offensive? How would Doraemon, the Japanese anime character, be offensive to the Chinese government? Tell me. Why would this woman dressed as a Doraemon character be told to go to the police station or inspector bureau? So I didn't know why it was a problem. Are you streaming on other platforms as well? Can't see some of the comments you're responding to and have all the chats on. Yeah, there's two YouTube lives that because YouTube hasn't done the integrated streaming for vertical and horizontal. So you're probably the questions that I'm hearing are probably from the other YouTube live stream. I'm also trying to stream on other platforms like Rumble now to see if those are worth my time. Because like getting regular streaming down, it takes a while for people to start watching. So yeah, I've got that going. And then I think I have Twitch TV as well. Let's see. That's working properly, so that's nice. Doraemon is Japanese, automatic fail. Yeah, dude, I thought that was the reason, but apparently it's because this X user. Hold up. Toronto Big Face. Let's see if that works. Nope. So it's because of this guy. So this Twitter user, his name is Toronto Big Face. He's a Chinese YouTuber based out of Toronto, Canada. And because he has a profile pic with Doraemon in it, and he's pretty influential in China. Apparently, a lot of his videos are spread around China secretly. That the government doesn't like this face, Doraemon face. That's why they banned Doraemon. Free my man Doraemon. Well, yeah, Cantonese is much harder to learn. I feel like even as somebody who reads and writes and listens to Mandarin, it's very hard for me to keep up with Cantonese. It's a whole different language, in my opinion. I am what I'm wearing, or I wait. Why are you wearing what you eat, dude? I love honey. Honey's great. People probably know both, but because now that Doraemon is so tied to this guy's face, it's like it's more urgent and more political to get rid of Doraemon because of this guy now. And then there's also some people dressed as like Sister Hong from that. I don't know if you guys follow that, but there was like a Chinese dude that dressed as a woman, and then like there was what like 2,000 dudes that went to him, and his name was Sister Hone, and there was like a huge meme about it. It says I'm here already, like it means like yeah, like I'm already here, that kind of thing. And then got taken away as well, so it drew a huge crowd in the shopping mall. I think this is the exact same shopping mall that every year these Halloween goers would go. And then the security came to get rid of. Oh no, Sister Hong got taken away. Everybody keeps saying I should talk about Sister Hong. I was like, I'm not really into talking about that. It's kind of weird. Any influencer can be censored by the CCP. What's the limit? Follower limit. There's no follower limit. It's just whoever they think is more influential. What's happening? Well, we're just talking about China banning Halloween. They're not like you can still dress up as the regular stuff, but it's any if you try to go out of the line with any of the political stuff, you won't be able to. If China had converted to Catholicism, do you think China would be like today? What do you think China would be like today? Um, I think it would be like Korea. If they really converted to Catholicism, I think they wouldn't have allowed the CCP to get through. Why do I broadcast on two different ones? It's because one is vertical and one is horizontal. So the vertical one is for the shorts live stream, and then the horizontal one is for the regular stream. I am reading the YouTube comments. I'm reading on both chats. I wish so. YouTube has opened up this thing where they allow you to do horizontal and vertical live streams at the same time. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Until then, I'm just gonna do two streams. I hope that makes sense. Why is it always just one cop and a dude with a lanyard arresting people? It's because like they have all the power. All they need is one guy. Nobody dares to resist anything when they do it. But this was Shanghai tonight, which is like few hours ago, because it's already October 31st, night of October 31st for them. How old is David? I'm turning 30 this year. Vertical chat gang, hell yeah. Yeah, dude, I did. The guy that bet Trump was a body double because the real guy I already took him offline. I look young. 40 looks like 17. No, I'm 30. I'm turning 30, not 40 this year. This was Shanghai this tonight. We had this whole like police lockdown. Dude, they were so scared after 2022 because there was a huge uh like uproar with people on the streets dressed as different figures, like a lot of them dressed as like the zero COVID people. That really triggered the Communist Party. Do I look like a teenager? You know why? It's because of my youthful energy. That's why. So here's one thing which I actually found to be pretty funny. It's such a I think it's a classic Chinese Communist Party irony. So you know how their whole brainwashing thing is like you got to love your country, you got to portray nationalism to the highest degree, right? Well, they always stop other foreign nationals who come to China and raise their flags, like this video here. They stop the guard from, taking the flag out and allowing them to show it uh show it in the Great Wall of China on top of it. But when you go to other country as a Chinese national, you bring out the Chinese flag. In Japan, for example, in this video, nobody stops them. And I think, honestly, if you go to areas like Flushing, which is Chinatown in New York, you might see Chinese flag and you wouldn't go up and be like, hey, dude, why are you holding a Chinese flag? Blah, blah, blah. But in China, if you try to hold a foreign flag, they will stop you and they will take it away from you. Because it's so weird in the sense that like nobody takes nationalism that seriously. Yeah, there's one thing to love your country, right? There's another thing where these people legitimately make it a whole career out of showing the Chinese flag in other countries. as if that's gonna change something. Like the reputation, the Chinese people's reputation isn't built on your flag. It's built on how people view your actions. Uh, I'm 34 and I'm passably 15. Dude, do you have are you a guy? Do you have a beard or a mustache? If you do, and you still look 15, that wow, that means you look like you got really good genes for looking young. Dude, you guys should see my photo when I was like 21. I looked like I was 15. Early 20s. I'm glad I look early 20s. Maybe I'll stay that way. Double-edged sword. Yeah, if you're Asian, dude, you're not gonna look a day past your 21 until you're 35. I drink the eternal elixir from the uh emperor of Qin dynasty. Hello from Colorado. I love Colorado. Colorado's great. Dude, I have terrible skin. My skincare consists of washing my face with like a face cleanser and then like occasionally putting on moisturizer. Dude, I should I get a beard transplant? Carl Ja. Is that some guy on Twitter? Oh yeah, I also found this video too. They're like drinking a bone soup of some sort and they found a nail in it. I don't think this is fake cuz like that nail, they would have had to put that nail there and then put it into the bowl. That only means one thing, cuz you if you got surgeries on your bones, they might have a screw in there. That's true. You love me because I'm Chinese. Thank you. Nail soup. Yeah, dude. There's no way an animal had a nail in it. It's not fake though, because what if it's people's bones? Are you sure it's fake? How is it fake? Because so there's other videos that had this as well. Like I can find it for you. Let me do it off screen just in case something weird comes up. Because dude, like on X, you search anything, there's just a lot of weird stuff. Let's see if I can find it. It's so terrible to search for stuff on X now. Like this one, they found this in one of the other soups back last year. Look, that's a whole nail right there. I know the thing is very blurry, but you can see it. It's right here. Apparently, it's from orthopedic surgery. I've heard some weird stuff about human stuff finding themselves into nutrition. Dude, that's crazy. Oh yeah, there's like the rat head that they found too. Do you still have hope for China, dude? No, right now, maybe it would take a few years for China to get better. Like their economy is terrible. So I think unless like the regime changes, it's not gonna get better. Boycott China. Thank you for the donation. Scary. Hey, which hazel is great for your face and should be celebrated every day, not just today. I did use witch hazel and it did work a lot. It's pretty nice. Dude, I'm sweating so hard right now. It's actually really hot. Any update on Yuma? Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of I'm gonna have a lot more coming. I think I'm gonna do a separate live stream for it, just simply because like I need to gather a lot of stuff. So you Malone case. Wait, what do you think about the 798 museum? I talked about it in my previous videos. That they have dude, I should turn on a fan, but like I have my like the thermostat is set at around 73, 72, and it's pretty cold outside, so I don't know why it's so hot. I think it's just the body, like the whole Winnie suit. I'm gonna do a whole separate live streams on that. So hey David, Lopan, you're the man. Thank you very much. Dude, if China was secretly testing newer and better nuclear weaponry, I think the US would know. But it could also be part of the reason why they announced like Trump announced it 45 minutes before meeting Xi. So I think that's a big sign that obviously it's a show of force. But it's also one thing where you have plenty of people who know that Russia and China don't really follow by the nuclear rule. So why is the United States restricted on its or restricting itself on this type of stuff? Not that obviously it's kind of controversial in the sense that you're engaging in nuclear race again, but I think one of the core issue is if the other people who are supposedly bound by the nuclear stuff isn't following it through, is it still right for the United States to follow the same? China doesn't hate Halloween. That's BS. Well, China clearly hates Halloween because if you dress as anything controversial, like apparently a Doraemon, you could get yourself taken away, like in this video. And you get taken into the inspections office to be spoken with by the police because you know you're disturbing. Yeah, they really don't like that stuff. Why am I wearing what I eat? It's because I love it. Yeah, dude, but the whole thing with like them putting water into their nuclear like their ICBMs, that was pretty interesting. Stop saying why I'm eating what I'm eating. It's because I'm I've only gotten this costume last year and I've only worn it once. Dude, that's crazy. This filter on my mic, there's a I don't know if you guys can hear, there's a siren outside, but it's not showing up on my mic. That's crazy. Exactly. I agree with just putting you at a disadvantage if you follow the rules and then no one else follows the rules. They arrest him because it's not because he's a Japanese character. I was explaining this earlier. It's because this guy, he's a Chinese YouTuber based in Canada, and because his profile picture is a Doraemon, uh, in China his videos are apparently considered sensitive, so that they literally do not like the fact that you uh well you're showing a Doraemon support. That's literally the reason why. The Japanese thing, yeah, it can happen, but it's also it's like it's been so long that they boycotted Japanese stuff, but the guy's face is more recent. It's like the last few years. If you said that in China, people would probably just be like, "Oh, yeah, haha." They will probably just laugh it off. What are your thoughts on Chinese propaganda being spread by Chinese War Thunder players? I don't know. What are they spreading? Why was my comment deleted? What did you try? What happened? Ancestors were smarter than us? Are they? Probably. That's actually something interesting. There hasn't been another Einstein since Einstein, and technology and science has advanced so much. China's dominance in rare earth minerals. Yeah, it's going to be a short-term pain for the rest of the world, but I think in 5 years it won't be a problem anymore. Would they freak out if someone did a Genji costume because of how feminine he looked? Who's Genji? Like, are you talking about an anime character? Genji. This guy? Is he supposed to be feminine? Like this thing? Looks pretty cool to me. Dude, that's cool as heck. Hey, thanks YRL for becoming a member of China Insider Insider. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to support us, you can check out our membership tab on YouTube. Some of the stuff we might start posting. We obviously have a little bit posted there, but we'll slowly post some behind the scenes stuff. And also, if you want to just support the channel, you can consider just joining. I believe it's $2.99 or $1.99. But being a member, you get to enjoy an exclusive Sheeny the Pooh emoji when you join the chat, because we're going to be doing a lot of live streams. I also plan on doing things like members live stream. Maybe we can I don't know if you guys play some video games, maybe we can play some games together or have like chats, members only streams and those kind of things. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, consider checking it out. You can become a member. And yeah, thanks for watching. I like your show. Keep it up. Thank you very much. What do you think about G2 that Trump blabbered on social media? I think it's unfortunately it's realistic, because the U.S. China relations is pretty much the most important relations in the world, in the sense like uh 80. So the CCP has internally admitted that 80% of their foreign policy is the U.S. China relations. And the United States obviously considers that the CCP is an adversary, it's a competitor, it's someone that they needs to be dealt with in a manner that, right now, unfortunately, both sides seems to be at a point where they can't not rely on each other. What will happen when Pooh expires? I think there would be a lot of change in China. Um, just because of a profile picture, Doraemon is banned. No, it's because this guy posted a lot of videos critical of the CCP, and they get spread back to China. Tale of Genji. What is Tale of Genji? Oh, so this is supposedly a man, right? Or this is a man? Oh, I see. Thank you very much, Selivana. Yeah, so Hu Chunhua has a chance to take over. Yeah, I think so. But the issue is, obviously the fourth plenum she didn't step down. But I think the issue right now is that the CCP is all about preserving the party, and they really like, they really, they really think that Trump thought he had a relationship with Xi Jinping, in my opinion. So they kept him on so that he can talk with Trump. That's honestly what I think happened. So we might see changes within the next 2 years, or might even see things sooner. All I said was F the CCP, Lamau. By the way, I had to pay $5 in CHF for membership. Wait, you did you wait? It's $5 in Swiss francs. Why is it $5 in? But thanks again for the $5. But why is it 5 USD in Swiss francs? Let me check. I thought the membership was only. And it's also only showing 0 members. I don't know why. Let me see. YouTube Studios. Content detection community. Membership. Where even is the membership tab? The heck? Membership. How do you even check this thing? It's $2.99 USD, so why is it $5 in Swiss francs? Wait, you got it from what? From my videos? I'm streaming on Rumble right now. You can check it out. I'm streaming on Rumble right now. It was. Oh, I see. Okay. Very, very interesting. I don't know why. It should only be 3, maybe with tax. The heck, YouTube is, dude. That's crazy because I said it's 2.99, so 3 USD for the membership. So I think YouTube makes you pay more than that. Dang. But thank you. I am streaming on Rumble. Rogelio. Does Trump have intel on Yumanlong? I don't think he does. Jeremy, yeah, I'm gonna start streaming more, so it'll become a regular thing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think we could do for like some viewer stuff. Like let me do a poll. See. I am doing multi-streaming. I'm only on Twitch and Rumble, but I'm not and YouTube. Swiss VAT is 8.1%. Dang. Oh, so it's a different live stream. Interesting. Yeah, well, in the US, I've only found one. What games do I play? I don't really play that many video games, but it's if we have something like fun that we can play together. Any suggestions? David Gaming Channel win. Dude, I was supposed to do so I bought that game that was called what's it? Revenge on the Gold Diggers. Remember this? I did a video on this. I bought this. Hold up, let me put it up here. I bought this for like $7. but I never started playing it. Maybe we can start playing this together. It's like an interactive story mode thing, and this generated a lot of controversies in China because it was apparently reflecting on the real state of Chinese dating culture. Because it's all about like girls who are gold diggers and how materialistic the dating scene is in China, right? Because you got to have a car, you got to have a house, you got to be rich, all those things. And then the original, I can't really remember what the whole issue was, but the original name wasn't this. It wasn't Revenge on the Gold Digger. It was anti emotional fraud simulator. I think that's what the original name was. And the whole thing was being touted as this lesson for young men to not fall into the traps of gold diggers and emotional like traps that to basically avoid these type of gold diggers in China. I'm reading both chats. It is in Mandarin, but the reason, oh yeah, I remember now. The reason why I didn't play is because I was waiting for the English translation. I think they were supposed to do like an English voiceover or a English subtitle. How do you even check if they have that now? Bundle info, breakout. What is this? No, that's a different thing. Maybe they have an English dub or an English translation. I don't think they do though. Simp culture in China. Yeah, simping is a huge thing in China too. There's like a whole like a lot of comedians make videos about this. Oh, my videos made you more interested. That's great. David Gaming. If you show up in Beijing with this costume, you probably get arrested. Yes. Well, you wouldn't get arrested in the sense that like they will kidnap you, but it'll probably make you take it off. PUBG. PUBG, maybe. I don't play many of those competitive games. I feel like I'm legit an old man. Like I have no reflexes. So if I play any of those like games out there that looks really hard, like you have to dodge things, you have to like shoot things, you have to, like yeah, I think I'll have such a hard time playing those. Chinese astronauts. Much love from Italy. I'm like yourself, a Chinese born and raised in the West, thus westernized, and as yourself, I can see through the censorship and all lies in the CCP. Thank you for everything. Thank you very much, Mark. Do a playthrough of Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, dude, I want to, but again, the issue with me, it's like I'm very digitally, like as in my fingers. My fingers are digitally challenged. I can't handle like if you make me click a mouse or something, I can do it. But if you make like I saw my little sister play this, that looked interesting. You ever seen this game? English. Like where you literally just click a cookie. I thought that was fun. I'm like, I can get into this. Uh Boycott China, thanks again for the $7. Congratulations, David. 1.4 million subs. You deserve it. With you since it was 300 and always impressive. Kombucha toast to you in the chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, when we hit 2 million, you guys want to know what happened with this post here. So posts. Okay. So I became a blonde man for like a day or so on X because I had tweeted out some stuff and the CCP trolls didn't like it. So they photoshopped me blonde. So you've seen the original photo, right? This is my oops. Like this is just my original photo. Right? It's me. And then they photoshopped me to look like K-pop for a day or so. And then when I actually, so for a period, I made my ex photo also that blonde version. And then people, like all these CCP trolls who didn't get the context before, started saying how I want to be a white man so badly that I photoshopped myself to look white. Then I was just like, dang, like these people, like, do they not at least communicate? Jandrik, thanks for the donation. Get a cat. Was that supposed to insult me or scare me? I don't know, man. I don't really know what was the reason. Yeah, I'm wearing the Winnie the Pooh costume. The news regarding China's reaction on Gen Z protests in Nepal is quite mixed, ranging from neutral stance to absolute shock. What would you suggest is the official version? I frankly, I haven't been following that part. It's because so originally I made a little video on it, and then people kept saying how I know nothing about the Nepal protests, saying how corruption is the main issue. But the issue is I know that like corruption is the problem, but the trigger of it is like there's a lot of like CCP infiltration there too. But what's going on there right now, I'm not so sure. All I know is that they elected this new prime minister person from Discord. Have I ever been affiliated with the CCP? I was in China. I was a young pioneer, which is like you wear those little red scarves. Dude, I'm Aryan Zhang. You look so good in your photos. I'm not trying to be creepy, I promise. Thank you very much. I used to be skinnier, so that's why I look better in my photos. Now I'm just fat. Taiwan is a country. Yeah. Dude, I honestly I've been speaking to like the guys in the China show, as well as like China, like Chris Chappell, right? Oh, by the way, yeah, Chris Chappell has a gaming channel. But like all of our views have been down recently, so I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Simping behavior. 2 million subscribers and I'll dye my hair. I'll bleach my hair. Fire look, you think so? Get some blue contacts and blonde hair. Dude, I'm gonna become a K-pop star. Well, the thing is, that's the issue. Like right now, the amount of content, like I put out a lot, and then it seems like the rate in which YouTube pushes us out, the content out is low. So I'm not so sure what's going on. Maybe it'll get better starting next year. Try Geopold YouTube channel. What's Geopold? Let's watch him.
Romania, Moldova.
So you said he has a China content? Where is it? Are you able to link it in the chat? Or let me see, Geopold China. Is it this one from 2 years ago or the one from 6 months ago?
Europeans, Indians, Australians, South Americans, Arabs, Brits, Canadians, Africans say goodbye to America and say hello to China. That's right.
24 years ago,
The map of global trade dominance looked like this. But guess what? Tariffs. With America pulling away from any foreign trade, for better or for worse, the rest of our countries are scrambling to get closer to planet Earth's.
Wait, is this like supposed to be like a documentary type of thing, or is this like satire? I'm not so sure, but let's continue.
new boss, China. So to introduce you to the world's new overlords and to signify this great shift in global dominance, I thought I'd compare the old goats to the new goats and give you guys a comprehensive answer to the question on everyone's minds right now: China or the USA? The first category shootout we got is population. Come on now, this
Dude,
one is a statistical
what is this
landslide.
video?
America has
340.1
million people. China is
1.411 billion fucking people. Oh my
Okay, it's much lower now than that. It's like around 1 mil. I'd say 1 billion, 1.1 billion probably.
god. Fucking damn or none.
4x, bro. 4x. And the craziest thing is that some Americans seem to be completely unaware of this. I mean, I know geography isn't these guys' educational strong point, but come on now, man. 4x is crazy. Category shootout number 2. Trains. Now look, I know America.
Okay, this is starting to sound like a Chinese propaganda. Can you post the Chinese name of that Gold Digger game? I want to find it on GOG. I don't know if it's on GOG. I found it on Steam. It's called here, I'll send it to you on chat. I think that's what it's called. Should I keep watching that? I like your videos on the abandoned apartment cities made of tofu drag. I find that interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's funny. Okay, let's continue to
was
watch it.
built off the railroad. These guys did pioneer the art of connecting a massive landmass using tracks and rail cars. But my god, are those days gone? My god, are those days over? America has genuinely fallen behind every single country on earth in terms of rail systems. Bro, I'm pretty sure Sudan has a better train network than the USA. So I was joking, but turns out it actually does. Just have a look at these rail maps, man. This is what you guys could be. In China, everyone gets the train, and it's...
But dude, the way the Americans live is they rely on cars and expressways. They don't really rely on trains. And you can take trains, but at that point, why not just take an airplane? Not so sure. Like, dude, the thing is, it's just the lifestyle difference, right? In China, like I took trains in China. And everybody takes trains in China because you couldn't afford to have a car. And anybody that can afford to have a car would know that sometimes you taking a road trip, going, say, like one of the things I used to do is if you take a 3.5-hour train from New York to DC, right? You can, yeah, it's nice and all, but you got to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning, or, you know, whatever set time, you got to make it to the station. You got to... Or you can take your own car and you can leave whenever you want. You can stop on the way and, you know, take breaks whenever you want. It's a different perspective, in my opinion. I don't think it's comparable.
Ridiculously fast to travel like astronomical distances by rail in this country. Because you know how fucking fast these goddamn trains go? Dude, we're talking 430 miles per hour. Okay, here's 4 options. Guess what is the average speed for an Amtrak train in the USA? Wrong. You are wrong. 48 miles per hour. There are humans in China that can run that fast. I'm not even joking. You know. Because oligarchs like Elon Musk lobby against public transport in favor of fucking Tesla tunnels and shit, America successfully built the slowest high-speed train in the world. Congratulations, guys. In general, it's known the USA focuses on its cars. This is because, unlike seeing the free travel and transport of its people as a human necessity that should be available to all people and is also just integral for developing a country's economy, quality of life, and equality, America commodified travel, a luxury item, something that exists only for profit. Okay, but bro, our road...
Dude, that's, again, like, Americans owning cars is not just for profit. It's literally, like, if you live the lifestyles of a car country, you wouldn't go back to public transportation. It's just not the same. if anything, I think it's an elevated lifestyle compared to public transit. Yeah, like when I'm in Europe, I experience public transit. It's very nice. I'd say it's very comparable to China, but it's still not the same of having your own car, being able to go anywhere. In those days where it's like freaking raining outside, it's cold as heck. Do you want to be in a car or you want to be in a train station waiting for a train? You can't take a train to go camping. There are some places you simply cannot get to without a car, right? I think that's what elevates the levels right now. So like so far this video is literally just propaganda. Why?
Road systems are just so high-tech and efficient and free. Firstly, they are not. Also, are you guys really choosing sitting in a shitty, bumpy, loud truck that you have to drive yourself through traffic, potholes, and endless, boring-ass scenery for like 12 fucking hours over kicking back in a perfectly smooth, clean, silent bullet?
Dude, what? This is hilarious. This is literally not how Chinese trains look. The average Chinese people don't ride in high-speed rails. Here, I'll literally show you the thing. Where is it? Let me show you what most Chinese people ride in. Oh my gosh, there's so much weird stuff on X. So in China there's two types of trains. You have like the regular let me see here. Like you have these regular trains that are just on the outside. Some of them are green, some of them are like black or whatever. But these are the regular trains in China. It's not some luxury high-speed rail thing. It's only when you take the high-speed train, which usually like now there's less and less of these regular ones, more high-speed ones. But you have to pay triple or quadruple the amount of money to get those business class tickets, which actually looks like the high luxury ones like this. Right. And not all of the entire bullet train looks like that, like just the first class or the business class that has it. I did a video on this, so I won't go into more details, but it's not everybody in China can afford to take the high-speed rail. And in fact, in some places, like in China, it's cheaper to take an airplane for the same price than it is to get these like high-speed trains. But they are fast. Like I'll give you that. They're very fast. You can get to places, much faster than a regular train, that's for sure.
Train with a restaurant, a toilet, internet, everything you could ever want for a quarter of the time. Alright, bro, sure. China, 1 point up. Of course, 1 point up. Category number 3. Colonialism. Now, both these guys have a pretty strong reputation of ethnic cleansing, stealing land, Uyghurs, Iraqis. It's pretty commonly known that if either the USA or China is your op, you're cooked. However, I will say, with its foreign policy, America tends to just obliterate anyone and anything to smithereens. They'll take every last drop of oil you've got to offer, then piss off, leaving you with maybe
I think this is just like a memer. I think his videos are just, pretty interesting if you just want to get some entertainment at that point. In Europe, you have the freedom to not have to drive, unlike in the US. Well, in the US, you just fly. Because, dude, so let's take a look at this. Let's go on United. And let's say I want to book a flight to, I don't know. They usually have some pretty good deals, right? Okay, say I want to go to Fort Lauderdale down in Florida from New York. It costs me $187 if I go those days, right? Obviously, this is like one of those one-offs. November 20th, November 27th. So 7 days, $187 plus tax. So around $200, I can fly to Fort Lauderdale, which is by driving would take you like 13 hours. Even for gas, like you probably have to spend $200 on gas if you drove. So yeah, why wouldn't I fly? It's pretty cheap to fly. For people that, going to Nashville for a day or Atlanta or wherever else, or 249 takes you to Albuquerque, New Mexico, 300 to Montana, where you can go visit the Yellowstone National Park, or Colorado Springs for 257. Like, it's pretty cheap to fly in the United States relative to the rest of the world. So that's why most people, if they need to travel within like 6 hours, they drive. If they want to go across the continental United States, they take a plane. It's not like it's a behavior of advanced society. Europeans, like, Europe has a different lifestyle. Obviously, you know, they have their train systems, they have their public transportation, they have cars, they have a lot of different lifestyles that you can kind of get into. Like in rural Italy or rural Austria, for example, like the mountainous, like the Swiss Alps regions, or the just in general the Alps regions, those areas you can't really like go with trains. Well, actually you can. I lied. There are some trains that you can take through, but if you want to get to anywhere in those regions, you have to have a car. If you live in the city, then, well, you could choose. Domestic flight prices in the US has always been a ripoff. International is where you get your decent deals. Yeah, that might be true. I also don't fly domestically that much. That might be why. Domestically, the only time I fly is if, like, say I went to Texas before I did Steve Crowder's shows. By the way, those guys are pretty cool. In terms of like what they, you know, they're really aware of the CCP threat. Is David on lunch from primary school? You bet. Flights in Germany are pretty expensive, are they? I know that European flights usually used to be really cheap. Like I heard you could fly to somewhere for like 30 euros or like 40 euros back in the days. Dude, when I go to Europe, we go on a road trip. We can't take the train. The trains cost way more. Like for say a family of 4 people, like we fit in a sedan, right? It costs us, obviously gas is insanely expensive in Europe right now. It's like 100 euro for a tank of gas. But when you go, let's say I want to go to Switzerland, or I want to go to Italy, for me to drive there versus taking a flight or taking a train of 4 people could cost you $800 to get there. Flight tickets for 4 people, that's like 1,600. So, you know, you drive, you see the sceneries, you see all those beautiful things. Like, it's pretty nice to do a road trip in Europe. Dude, the Scarborough show is not China's. Like, I don't think, I don't understand how they're claiming all that. Who takes an airplane every week? I mean, during daily commutes and stuff. Lots of people do. There's people that travel. Uh, you know, there's people like in Hawaii, for example. You get to another island, you have to take a plane, but that's a unique case. But you know, if a lot of people travel for work and they take a plane every day. Dude, I used to work at this place where I would drive home for lunch, and it's like a 5 minute drive, but it's a 25-minute walk, or like a 35 minutes by bus. So like if you drive back, you take a 30-minute nap, get back to work, you feel much better in the afternoon. In Japan, dude, Japan was crazy because in Japan, yeah, the subway system literally takes you everywhere. But the thing is, Japan is also very walkable. Most of the United States is not walkable. Even Taiwan, dude, in Taiwan, when I was in Tainan, that place is not walkable. Like, I had such bad stomach problems and diarrhea my first night in Thailand, in Taiwan, in Tainan, and then I tried to walk back to my hotel. I was like shaking because I almost pooped my pants. Anyways, we're gonna end the live stream here today. Thanks for watching. We'll be back to do regular live streams, so hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, hopefully we'll be back soon with some more updates on all the news in China. So thanks guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. or next day. Bye bye.